package showed up at my door this morning, no return address, and the label didn't just have my name. It had my full name, including the middle name I never use. That's creepy. I live alone. Nobody should even know I'm here. It had a single red sticker, open alone. I didn't order anything. My first instinct was to call my mom, or a friend, or literally anyone. But inside was a smaller box, wrapped perfectly. On top is a note, "Don't call anyone yet." But the note felt weirdly specific, like the walls were listening. Inside, an old key, a printed photo of a storage unit door, and a receipt with today's date. On the back of the photo, Unit 214, 6:10 p.m. Storage unit? I don't have a storage unit. I went downstairs. I asked the receptionist if someone dropped this off. She said, yeah, a courier. Didn't say much, just asked if Ethan would open it alone. That triggered something, a childhood moment. My dad telling me, if anything ever happens, look for the key. I shook it off. My dad left when I was 12. No goodbye, no explanation, just gone. I stepped outside. The courier was still there near a van. I asked him if he left it for me. He looked up, calm. He said, I was told to deliver it at exactly 9:03. Don't bring anyone, and don't be late. I asked who told him. He just said, I don't ask questions. I just deliver. Every part of me said, turn around. But another part, the part that never got answers, needed to know. I arrived at the storage facility, Unit 214. I stood in front of the door, inserted the key. It turned perfectly. The door rolled up slowly. Inside, one chair, a small table, and a single envelope. And on the wall, a photo of me as a kid. Dad, I opened the envelope. My hands were shaking. I read it aloud. Ethan, if you're reading this, I couldn't come back the normal way. I didn't leave because I wanted to. I left because I had to keep you safe. My chest felt tight, like every unanswered year just showed up at once. At the bottom of the letter was a phone number and a final line. If you still want to know me, call at 7:00 p.m. I looked at the clock. 6:58. I held the phone, thumb hovering. I thought I wanted closure, but what I wanted was a choice. If you felt that ending, like, share, and subscribe. And comment Unit 214 if you want part 2.
Ethan Cole didn't buy lottery tickets, not because he was above it, but because he couldn't afford to believe in it. That night, he stood at a convenience store counter, digging for crumpled bills and loose change. He handed over his last $20 and said, half joking, "All right, surprise me." He stepped outside under the flickering sign, scratched the ticket with his thumbnail, and then his whole body went still. His breath caught, because the numbers matched. All of them. He didn't yell. He didn't run around. He just stared at it like it might disappear if he blinked. No way. By the time Ethan got home, his hands were still shaking. He called one person, his mom, but it went to voicemail. So he sat on the edge of his bed with that ticket in his palm, and for the first time in years, he actually smiled. Then the news broke. Breaking. Local man wins the largest lottery jackpot in state history, $1 billion. His name was everywhere. His face was everywhere. And suddenly, people he hadn't talked to in 10 years remembered his existence. That same night, Ethan disappeared. No packed bags, no dramatic goodbye note, no last seen camera footage that helped anyone. Just gone. The police showed up the next morning. They found his apartment quiet, like he'd stepped out for a minute and never came back. Detective Rains took one look around and sighed like he already knew how this story usually ends. People think winning money fixes everything. It doesn't. It just shows you who's been watching. They searched for days, then weeks, then months, and the more famous the story became, the less real Ethan felt. He turned into a headline, a rumor, a punchline. Billionaire vanishes. Did he fake his death? Is he living on a private island? But no one found him. 7 years later, the whole thing was old news. Most people forgot the name Ethan Cole, but Maya didn't. Maya worked mornings at a small diner off the highway. Coffee, pancakes, the same faces every day. And every once in a while, someone came in who looked like they were running from something. That morning, a man sat alone by the window, baseball cap low, hoodie up, quiet, polite. He paid in cash, left a decent tip, and walked out like he didn't want anyone to remember him. Maya went to wipe the table and saw it. A wallet. "Sir, wait, you forgot your wallet." But when she pushed the door open, he was already gone. She opened the wallet, expecting the usual ID, cards, something. There was nothing. No driver's license. No credit card. Not even a photo. Just a folded napkin tucked behind an old receipt. Maya unfolded it, and the second she read the first line, her stomach dropped. "If you found this, I'm not missing. I'm hiding." "What?" Her eyes moved to the next lines. "Don't call the police. Don't tell anyone. If you want the truth, come back here tomorrow at 6:17 a.m. Order black coffee. Sit in booth 3. Maya stared at the napkin for a long time. Then she looked up, like she expected the man to be standing there watching her. And the scary part was, it felt like he was. Maya barely slept that night. The next morning, the diner was quiet. She ordered black coffee, sat in booth 3. At 6:16, the bell above the door rang. He walked in. Same hoodie, same calm face, like he'd never left. He sat down across from her. You wrote this." She slid the napkin across the table. He didn't deny it. "I was hoping you'd come. Who are you?" He looked at her for a moment, and then said it. "Ethan Cole." Maya felt her chest tighten, because she knew that name. Everybody did. Ethan didn't look like a billionaire. He looked like someone who hadn't slept properly in years. He leaned in, voice low. "The night I won, my phone didn't stop. I got calls from strangers, from family, from people who hated me in high school. And then I got messages that weren't asking for money. They were warnings. So you ran." Ethan nodded. "I disappeared before somebody decided my life was worth less than my ticket." Then Ethan reached into his jacket and pulled out a plain envelope. "I didn't keep the billion the way people think. I claimed it through lawyers, quietly, and then I started giving it away." Maya opened it. Inside was a handwritten list. Names, places, numbers, hospitals, shelters, families, medical bills marked paid, anonymous, every time, because the money was never the dream. Safety was the dream. Maya kept reading, and near the bottom of the page, she saw one line left blank. "There's one more name." Ethan nodded. "Who is it?" He just watched her. Then he said it softly. "You." Maya blinked. "Me? Why?" Ethan exhaled. "Because you tried to return the wallet. You didn't post it online. You didn't call your friends. You didn't chase a reward. That's rare." Outside, the rain eased up. "So what happens now?" Ethan stood up slowly. "Now I stop running. Not publicly, just in my own life." He slid the envelope toward her. "I didn't disappear because I was selfish. I disappeared because I wanted the money to help people without destroying me. Some miracles are loud, but the real ones, they're quiet." And just like that, the billionaire who vanished walked out into the morning like a normal man, leaving Maya with a secret and a choice that could change everything. If you won $1 billion, would you disappear?